Hello, you're welcome to the show. This is The Epignosis, brought to you by SubGTV Network, and my name is Akpati Theresa. And with me is
Atanle Samuel.
Victor Agiji.
Ooh, thank you so much for joining me on the show for today.
A pleasure.
Now we will be talking about character. That's our topic for today. We'll go from what is character, and then we'll also explain to you what the characteristics of someone with a good character is, and then someone with a bad character. We'll also explain to you the things that can test a man's character. And we also have two case studies of people in the Bible who had good character and then the other who had a bad character. We'll also teach you how you can maintain your good character. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll dive deep into character. Stay with us, we'll be right back. You're welcome back. We're still talking about character. Now, I have my own definition of what character is, but I also want to hear from you guys. So first, I would say character is integrity. How about you?
What I can say about character is, I think character is just a mirror of one's personality.
Very true. Very true. A reflection of who you are.
Exactly.
A reflection of who you are. A reflection of your inner life also. A reflection of who you are on the inside. The virtues that you hold dear to you. To me, that is what character is. So what about you? Personally, what's character for you?
Personally, character is a behavior. The way you behave also.
Yes. The way you act.
The way you act.
Now also, character is the commitment to a set of values without compromise.
Yes.
Without letting other people, confuse you or change your mind. It's also a commitment to a set of moral standards and moral qualities. That means there are certain qualities, there are certain standards that you have that you know that as I am like this, there are some things that I can't do.
You can't do. Exactly.
There are some places you can't find me in.
Yes.
Even if you come tomorrow, I'm like this, and this is exactly who I am. Now we'll also talk about how do you know a person with a good character. Should we start from good or bad?
Let's start from the bad.
From the bad, yeah. Start from the bad. Okay, how do you know a person with a bad character?
The best way to know a person with a bad character is number one, the person is unpredictable. Yeah.
Very true. The person is unpredictable. Now let's talk about being unpredictable. I've always thought that being unpredictable was a good thing.
Actually,
yes, I've always, because I always felt like, you know what? It's not good for people to know my next step. It's not good for us to know what I'm doing next. But that's even more different. There are some secrets that you can't tell everybody.
Yeah. But that concept is quite different. When it comes to character, is giving you another, explanation.
Yes.
But that's unpredictable. We can still use it in another aspect of life. It's not everything you let everyone know.
Yes, it's not everything you let everyone. Now, the being unpredictable we are talking about is the person's values.
Yes.
The person's standards. I'm not going to come to your office today and say, I want you to take this bribe just for you to do something for me. And I know at that point you might not take it, but if I come next year, you will take it. That means you're very unpredictable. That means if I tell someone else and I tell the person, oh, go and meet this doctor, even if you come next year or 5 years after, he will never take a bribe from you. But what if the doctor now changes? That means it's unpredictable.
And that's a bad character.
That's a bad character. And you know something about God? God is unchangeable. He's an unchangeable God. Even the Bible describes him as the rock of ages.
Yes.
That means over time, over the years, he remains the same.
That's
Asians,
God is character.
Yes, God is a man of character.
Yes, a man of character.
Yes, the man of character is unchanging. The Bible says he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. That means if he says he's going to answer your prayer yesterday, if you come today and tell him, oh God, this is what he's going to answer that same prayer. If you come next year in the future, he's going to answer that same prayer. Now, have you ever seen someone who is unpredictable?
Sure.
Can you describe them?
Oh, we have friends. We have friends.
People that are unpredictable.
Yeah.
You can't trust them. Yes, because they might tell you something today and the next minute they're doing just the opposite of what
they're doing just the opposite.
You can't also count on them.
Yes. And the person you can't
they are not dependable.
Yes.
They are not dependable at all.
And
Okay,
also
now.
bad character, we have people that are dishonest.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah.
There are some people that are not even honest to themselves. And
They
that's
don't
very
even
bad.
tell themselves the
The
truth.
truth. And it's very bad.
And you guys
But
what
you know
people
what
always
funny
say.
thing is?
Okay.
You know what funny thing is? You can't lie to yourself.
That's
Whether
true.
you can't
Deep down, you definitely know
No.
the answer.
Yes. So
The
you
only
can't lie
thing
to
is,
yourself.
you just say you don't want to just
It's
admit it.
Yes, exactly.
Because you don't want to look bad. You want to try and protect your charisma. You want to just put yourself together and let other people see you as this, always put together and all of that. But if you're a dishonest person, you always be a dishonest person.
Yes.
And it's not good to be a dishonest person, especially someone in business. Your customers will not trust you.
Yes, and they will not want to do business.
They will not
Exactly.
want to do business with
Yes.
you. And honesty is a very, very important value when it comes to being a person of character.
Character, yeah.
It is so important for you to be honest. If you're a person that does not lie, don't lie. Tell the other people that, you know what, I can't lie. Please don't let me. In fact, I just don't want to lie at all. It might be difficult sometimes. In fact, in this age and time, it's so difficult not to lie.
Yeah, very, very difficult.
Oh my god, it is so difficult not
Because
to lie.
people
And
say
then there's
that-
sometimes some people say that, but Abraham lied at some point. No. But no.
But you know, when I was in school, they told us that there are some lies that
There are different types
yes.
of lies. Lies
Like,
have
you
grades.
Yes, I have grade. There are some lies that you just need to tell to save some certain things. You understand? Maybe your mother or your father is owing someone, and you also know that your father or your mother is owing this person. But you know that at that moment your parents, they don't have money to pay that person.
Yes.
So when the person comes, like, are your parents at home? You'll be like, no, they are not around. Even though your parents, you say no.
Sometimes
they are
your
not around.
landlord.
Yes.
Make sure
that
don't tell your landlord that I'm wrong.
So what should we call that kind of lies? Are they good lies?
Lie is a
lie
lie.
is lie. In the Bible, lie is lie.
There is also like
There's
good
nothing
lie
like
or
good
bad
lie.
lie.
But
See, just live an honest life, honestly.
Yeah,
But you can't just be honest all the time. Yes.
Come be honest all
Do you,
the time.
do you know why I'm saying that? No, it's not that you won't be honest, but there are some things that there are some people that they wanted to be honest, and that honesty brought problem to them.
I understand.
You get
But you see
doesn't
what the
still
scripture
change-
says.
No,
it still-
yes,
it
it's
doesn't
not that
still
you need
change
to-
the fact that you have to be honest.
yeah, okay, sometimes maybe there is a problem now
Mhm.
between us. Now someone comes in and say, who did this? But they didn't ask you who did this, but because of your honesty, you came in and say,
No, that's a different thing. Now you see the thing about this thing is
Okay.
when you know that what you say is gonna put your neighbor in trouble, the best thing is just avoid. There are some things that can be avoided.
yes,
You don't necessarily have to lie. If someone come and ask you, oh, okay, do you know, maybe, how do I put it now? Let me try to put in a scenario that you just explained to me now. That let's say the person comes, and you don't want to mention that person's name. Just be quiet. It's as simple. If you know you're not ready, especially if the person come and ask you, okay, so who did this thing? You can even explain the situation to the person. Trust me. I know that this thing can be difficult.
yeah, I understand.
But please, you can explain that situation to the person. Especially the person asks, this thing I'm seeing, it might not be so good. But please, don't harm this person. But of course, it's the person that did it. If the person asks you, no, but there are some people that they always jump. They
Yes.
not call you, you go.
And
you
at
will say.
that point, they are
Do
looking
you know,
for.
I don't really
run.
like people that talk too much. It's not talking too much is not a good trait. Trust me, talking too much
Yeah.
is not a good trait. That's also a character that is not even good. It's not even good to talk too much at all.
Yes,
not
talking
good
too
to
much
talk
is
too
a
much.
bad character.
It's not
Yes, it's a bad character. So it's part
because
of
you will not be able to keep your secrets.
your secret.
There are some things that God tells you in secret places that you are not supposed to tell many people.
Yes.
There are some dreams, there are some visions, there are some ideas, there are strategies that God gives to you. He gave it to you in your bedroom. You make it a public matter.
Because immediately you speak out those dream or vision.
Sometimes
you are
you're even
you
supposed
destroy
to
them.
let it brood. You're supposed to you're supposed to understand the message first. It's not everything that people, especially people that talk too much. Avoid avoid them. Avoid them. Okay, now so let's go to the next one. People without character lack discipline.
Yes.
They like discipline.
They lack discipline. They don't live a disciplined life.
Hmm.
Now, being disciplined is something that you set yourself in.
Yes.
It's something you consciously cage yourself. That means they don't police themselves. If you're disciplined, you can police yourself.
Yes, you police
When you do
yourself.
something wrong, you tell yourself, no, Teresa, this thing you did is wrong. We're going to change this. Don't ever do this again. But some people don't, like, if it comes to honesty, they're not honest with themselves.
Yes.
They create excuses for being indisciplined.
That's true. I think that them creating
Excuses.
is one thing they do a lot.
Yes.
The actions are always excusable.
Yes.
Which
Even when they are wrong, they prove to be
they are
right.
Yes.
They always, and it's wrong.
And those excuses are lies. Yes, because that's true. Okay, for example, when you don't go to church and the pastor asks you, why didn't you come to church last time? There's no way you say something like that, something that's not reasonable. You understand? Then you just find the way to coin, all the excuse, and it's a lie.
Very true.
So that's it.
I
Serious.
get you, honestly.
So it's also.
I also want to give this situation where you're working, and then your boss asks you to come to work on Saturday. Oh, sir, I'm not feeling fine. And meanwhile, you're feeling fine.
Okay. At that point,
Why
God,
will you
At that
lie?
point, in that job, you don't want to do that.
Why will you lie? So they lack discipline. If you're going to wake up, do you know, when I think about discipline, I always think about waking up by 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. It takes discipline to do that.
yes,
It takes discipline. But it's discovered that over time, when you keep doing it,
and it becomes part.
It becomes part of you.
Just
Like even what we
lifestyle.
said, like in the last part of this video, we're going to talk about how that character can become your lifestyle.
Yes.
It can become your lifestyle. So the next one we're going to talk about is their private life and their public life are very different.
Yes.
Their private life is different from their public life. It's never the same. A person without character is more like 3 phases in one. They have multiple personalities.
Yes.
That's true.
They are two-faced. It's not good. That's where being unpredictable even comes in.
Yes.
When you are one person, they know that this is who you are. You're not two-faced. I'm not going to come tomorrow and I discover that Victor has turned to Victory. It's still the same thing anyway.
Victor and Victory.
No,
are
it's the same thing, yes.
Difference.
But even at that point, your friends can also tell about you if you are unique. Like if you're honest, your friend can tell about you.
Yes. Now, a person with bad character does not keep to his word.
No.
Have you ever experienced that?
Sure now. They're unpredictable.
Yes.
So they don't keep to their words.
And they don't keep promises.
And most times what they do is they do things only beneficial to them.
Yes.
That is another major point.
Exactly. That's why their private life is
It's different from their public life. Yes. Because inside them, they know that this I'm trying to just do it for me. Will I gain? They try to calculate it.
If I just want to relate this to our celebrities now, most of them they don't have good characters because their private life is different from their
Yes,
public
and
life.
even when you find out what they do in private, you are shocked.
Yes, because they are living quite the opposite.
Yes.
They are telling us a different story and they are living a different story.
Yes.
So those celebrities most of them actually they don't.
That's why sometimes they come and be like, oh, the celebrity is rebranding and all of that, changing and all of that. But trust me, if you're going to walk in that line, you should be a person that is the same all the time. A person that is the same all the time. A person that does not change. The you that we know on stage should be the same you that we know inside your house. The you that we know should be the same you that your kids know.
Yes.
That your family members know. They shouldn't come with different story and say, oh, this person is not like that, or this person doesn't do what this person is saying. There's so many news we hear today that you hear that, this particular celebrity is not even like that, or this particular celebrity does not even. I hear so many stories. So if you're going to even walk in that line, I urge you to be a person of character. Yeah. Now let's talk about a person of character. Now, of course, a person of character is the exact opposite of a person without character. A person of character is predictable. A person of character is honest.
He's honest.
And he's disciplined.
Yes, and is a man of his word. God is a man of his word.
Yeah. Yes.
He said he never turns back on his word.
And it's trustworthy.
What he says is what he has said. Is not different. It's not different. So it's good to be a person of character. What other attributes is do people that have good character have?
You've said it all.
Yes. And then one more thing, a person of character also attracts loyalty.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Person of character attracts loyalty. Do you know that the major leaders in the world today?
Yes, great leaders.
Great leaders. You know, people work with them because they know that this person is loyal to his vision.
Yes.
And one thing just came to my mind right now. You know something funny is when people look at you, they want to see that character, because that character that attracts them.
Yes.
Because people look at your outward appearance,
Yes.
they say, okay, this person, it does. Like,
Yes.
this person will be good.
That's why even like when pastors change, there are certain pastors that you know that they were preaching the gospel and doing all of that, and then suddenly maybe they start doing like things like homosexuality, and you see people start leaving the church because that person changed.
Yes.
And they know that what he was preaching is not even what he's living.
Yes.
Imagine a pastor practicing homosexuality. That means his private life was so different from his public life.
Yes.
From his public life. So they attract loyalty actually. Because they know that this person believes in these principles. They know a pastor follows the Bible. You understand God's word, is following God. And because you know that God is unchanging, of course this pastor is unchanging. So when a pastor even comes with a different idea, they're like, where is this even coming from? Where is this coming? So it's really, really shocking. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll now talk to you about how characters are tested. There are 3 major factors how characters can be tested. And of course, temptation is a major thing. So we'll tell you what these 3 temptations are. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We are still talking about character, and we are at how to test a man's character, or the things that can actually test a man's character. So what are those things that can test a man's character?
We have many factors though, but the major one, first we can see power. Power can test a man's character.
Power and what?
I think access to sex.
Access to sex.
And also like testing man's character.
And
then money.
Money.
Yes.
Money.
And
Money.
One other important one is the man's attitude when he's wrong. Because
Yes.
his character.
Yes. I like that factor.
Yes.
I like that factor. The man sees when he's wrong, during arguments, when he's trying to feel like... In fact, I think that has a lot to do with his reputation and his image. The way he wants to appear, the way he wants to look like.
The way he wants people to see.
Yes, the way he wants people to see him. Some people just want people to just see the good part. Why you're not even working on your weakness. When you work on your weakness, you have strength.
Yes.
You know, and even though you even have a weakness, the strength will outshadow the weakness. Right? Because you're consistently working on it. And even when you're working on your weakness, when you know that this is your weakness, you can acknowledge that, okay, there's this thing I'm still working on myself, and I know that I'm not there yet. And you can still tell people that, you know what, I'm not there yet, but I will get there. Why? Because I'm working on it. So now let's talk about power. Does power corrupt? Or does power reveal corruption?
Yeah, I think it does.
Power reveals corruption. Because when a man is corrupt in his heart, when he has power just enhances. Is there some people say, oh, that money changes a man? Money does not change anybody. No.
Money
it just enhances who you are.
Exactly.
It just brings it out.
And that's the character.
And that person is who you have always been. That's why there's some people, you know, there's some people that they might not be celebrities. You see that they are really humble. They calm down, you know, they talk to you with respect, they treat you as somebody. When they now become celebrities or they become somebody, they have the name, they have the fame, they have the money, you just discover that they totally just change. They now step on people, they don't treat people with respect. They've always been like that. But it's just that their situation humbled them. They were not humble, they were humbled
by their situation.
By their situation. So does that
they
mean
were humbled?
Does that mean that someone needs to be poor to be humble or loyal?
No.
That's where I'm, because mostly when you see the poor people that don't have anything,
they are humble. Yes, but the truth is, let them have power first. Let them have money first. Let me have access.
Okay.
There's some
Let me ask you a question.
marriage. There's some marriage now. There might not be so much money, but they're having a peaceful marriage. Oh my God! Let the man eat some kind of job, and have some kind of secretary. You review things,
Yes.
because you might just think like, okay, because there's not money now, he's still a good man, he's still all of that. But then, hey, let him just land some kind of contract. Then you know who he really is. You
That
know who
means
he
these
really
things
is.
can change someone's personality.
It won't change.
I don't think it will.
It won't
It's just that
change.
that's the kind
It's
of
just that that's the kind of
Kind of
person
person
that you
you
are.
are.
Correct.
And you've not worked. Now listen, many people, you're not born with good character. Sometimes the environment you live in can affect it.
Yes.
The way you are taught can affect it. The books you read can affect it. Several factors can affect it. The things you listen to, and sometimes people listen to this thing at such a early stage. The way the Africans think is different from the way the Americans think.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not the same
Yes.
at all. It's not the same. But they were not trained in the same environment.
Environment.
But now, as you grow and you gain knowledge, you don't understand. You need to by yourself chase good character. Sometimes good character might not necessarily come to you. You need to go to it.
Go to it.
You need to learn. So people say, "Oh, there's something about it." No, growing up, there are certain times when people have told me that, Terry, why are you seeing only the negative parts or the negative things? I had to train myself. To be honest, it was a conscious decision to tell myself, I will force out the good in every bad. It's a conscious, so that's to tell you that you need to consciously work on it. Don't think everybody that has good character now just woke up with good character. No, they have to correct themselves. It's the same with discipline.
That even something just came to mind again. Sometimes we believe bad character is part of who we are.
No,
Because
it's not.
we're always thinking me having a good character, I have to have a bad character too. That's when
You have to work on it. Yeah, and sometimes you see that there are certain times where you begin to act. You see some people, they act exactly like their parents.
Yeah.
It's the things they've always seen.
They always
As I
seen,
see
yes.
some men, their father were beating their wife, their own wife, or their mother. When they now get married, they start beating their wife. It's what they saw. They are now used to that. They are used to it, but it's wrong. So you need to correct it. You can't say you were born with it and that's the way you are.
Yeah,
No,
people like
you
doing
change it.
Some people just say that's how I behave.
That's who I am.
And
That's
to me,
that's the way I am.
that is ignorance.
Yes, it's ignorance now.
You're
You
caged
can't-
in ignorance.
You can't say this
And
the way I
ignorance is
am.
not good.
No,
Ignorance is not good. You need to chase knowledge. You need to go after knowledge. Start chasing. So now let's talk about power. We are still talking about power. Power does not corrupt.
Yes.
It reveals corruption.
If you use corruption.
And same with money.
Money, exactly.
Same with money. Have you seen someone that add money and then changed? Do you have any example? Any story?
Yep. I have many, more than you think.
Really?
Yes, now because for
I
example,
think I have one story
Okay.
of my head.
Okay.
There was a king actually.
Mm-hmm.
The king has should I say PA?
Okay.
So they
Okay.
were just going around the city one fateful day.
Mhm.
So the king saw a family. They were happy. They were playing. I don't know. They were just happy.
yes,
Then the king now asked his PA, "Why are they happy?" So the PA told him, "Because they are not part of the 99 club."
What's that snack?
Don't worry. After the so the the PA said they are not part of the 99 club.
Okay.
So the king now asked, "What is the 99 club?" The man asked. The PA now said, "Don't worry. Just give me 100 gold coins. Then after some time, I will tell you what the 99 club is." So the king was like, "Okay, no problem." So he gave the PA the 100 gold
100
coins.
coins.
So the PA now went and dropped the 100 gold coins in the front of the house of those happy family.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, the man, when he woke up, that's the family.
Yes.
When he woke up, he saw the gold coin in front of him. He was like, how did this get here and stuff? So him and his wife with his kid,
Mm-hmm.
they counted the gold coin. It was 100.
Hmm.
So the man now he kept it. Okay, sorry, it was 99 actually.
Yes.
It was the 99 gold coin, not 100.
Okay.
So when he saw it, the man was not like, why did this so-called the person that brought it not make it 100? So the man has started looking for one good coins.
My
Started looking for
goodness.
one good coins to complete his 100.
Mhm.
So he was working day and night just to make one good coin, to make it 100.
100.
So with time, the wife was not complaining that you have 99 already, so why are you looking
for
one? So that's they started having issues.
Oh my goodness.
So one fateful day, the wife just took 2 good coins out of it and went to the market to buy things. And so when the man came back from work that day, he was like, this is not 99 anymore now. This is now 97. What happened? They started having issues. They started having problems. They started having issues. So after some time, the king and his PA, they now passed that place again, and they saw the family. This time they were not happy anymore.
Can you
So
imagine?
the king now asked, like, what happened? So the PA now told him, now they've joined the 99 club.
Hey!
So which means actually the man is the man himself is not contented.
Yes, it's not.
But because of they don't have, so they don't have.
So they don't have. Yes,
yes.
Uncontentment. So you see, when they now had, brought it out.
Yes, it brought out the real him.
It
brought out the real him. Oh, such a remarkable.
So do we need money to reveal?
Honestly, some people need money to
There's
show
a
they
certain
are.
amount of money you will get.
Yeah,
That your true character
will come out.
revealed.
Honestly, that your true character will just be revealed.
And
Who
you
you
know
are
people that have
inside. So
pride.
it's
I think that's where the pride comes
people
in.
who have pride and who are humble. Like I said, honestly, situations can humble a man.
It happens a lot. Even
That
people
doesn't mean
people
that's
that have talents actually.
Yes.
When they are being celebrated, you see that what would I call it? That
Yes,
pride
that
start
gift,
coming-
yes.
that
Start
their
coming-
character
Yes,
starts
to start
showing.
coming out. Now let's go to the Bible and talk about stories in the Bible of people who had good character and who had bad character. Example of someone who had good character.
I think
Joseph.
Yes.
Joseph
I always
has
do
good
Joseph
that.
had good character.
You know,
Remember
that
that we
story-
said access to sex.
to sex, yes,
Wait, before we talk about Joseph, let's talk about access to sex.
to sex.
Why do you think access to sex will corrupt a man?
What I can say about that is some men, they don't have, like you said, they don't have discipline.
Yes. And
If
it
they are
even
not
goes to that
disciplined,
same story
that same
of
story.
when a man now gets a job and contract, unlike when he was still humble.
Humble
Yes.
with his
You know,
wife.
It will start because he has that money. He feel like he can have every single thing at his beck and call. Different people working with him. In fact, he can taste all the women in the world. And that's when you find out that that's this wife that he got married to. She's not enough.
Yes, that's when you start,
After many years.
thinking
And that's
different.
wrong. So honestly, before you get that money, before you get that power, before you get that access to sex, assess yourself. Check yourself. Check your inner life. What are your values? What are your values? I created my own laws. I said to myself, there are certain things there is I cannot do.
Can do, yeah.
There are certain things, there are certain places you can't find me in. I told myself, no, you know what? I have to cage myself in my own convictions.
Yes, character is a learning.
Yes.
You have to learn
And
character.
it's difficult to do it, but with determination and with will. You need to have that will to say, you know what? I want to be a person of character. I want to be a person of character. And it's always good to sacrifice for people.
Yes.
Don't be a selfish person. If when people have money, that's when you see their selfishness.
Yes.
So don't be a selfish person. Be a giver. Because even wealth, part of wealth is in giving.
Yeah, sure.
Being a selfless person, wealth will come to you. Wealth will definitely come to you. Now let's talk about Joseph. Joseph in the Bible, Potiphar's wife. Temptation.
The young boy was tempted.
Temptation.
Like seriously tempted.
Yes.
But, will I say it's by God's grace? Because I think
Honestly,
it's
because God, you should always depend on God, whatever
God.
situation you're
Yes.
in. Just so that it's
Can we
God
can
that
we
did it.
say it's God's grace, or it's just that he's a man of character?
Yes.
He's a man
It's
of
also,
character.
honestly, it was a man of
Because
And-
right from the beginning, when he was still with his brothers,
yes.
even when his brothers wanted to do bad to him,
He didn't do bad
he
to
did do
them.
bad. You brought food
He
for
didn't do
them,
bad
and
to
they,
them. Yes, and when he also went to the palace, he was still eating like the same. He was humble. Even when he was in prison,
yes,
he wasn't proud. He still depended on God. He depended so much on God.
he's really a man of character.
He's a man of character. And Potiphar's wife said, "Oh, won't you sleep with me?" And then he said no.
You can't
His
be
no
possible.
was no. Is no worse. I'm very sure even in 10 years, if she comes back, he will still tell her no.
Can the youth of today reject that offer?
Hey, ask again.
That's the question.
Question for you.
Question for you.
Please
Can we
reply in the comment section.
seriously?
Can the youth of today reject that offer? Remember, Prosper's wife, of course, she's going to be a pretty woman.
Beautiful with
She was almost with assets. What are you saying?
Well, it depends on the definition of assets.
yes. That's
Say
true.
assets everywhere, physical assets. Of course, she offered him money.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
She offered to give him promotion.
That's
She
true.
did. Imagine rejecting that kind of offer.
Offer.
And he was not even aware what God was preparing for him.
Yes.
But he said to himself, no, I
No.
can't do this. I can't do this. It pays to trust the Lord. It pays to trust God. Are you trusting God? Are you trusting God for that miracle? Even in the midst of the temptation, in the midst of everything that you're seeing, are you still trusting God? It's good to trust the Lord. Let's talk about Samson. What about Samson? Samson and Joseph, I feel like they're so opposite.
Yes.
Very, very opposite.
Very, very
And
opposite.
These case studies are okay. We have the bad one.
And
No,
this one
Samson is not actually bad. It's just that.
Yes, it's just that he
He's
fell
not
for it.
disciplined enough.
He's
Thank
not
you.
disciplined.
Thank
That's
you. He's
it.
not
Not
disciplined.
disciplined.
He's not
But
disciplined.
that's fine. If you're not
Because
disciplined,
if he
that's
was-
also part of the bad character. Because we just said it. So the fact that you're not
Yes,
disciplined.
and you know, I also said that because I was explaining to them that even though you have good character, but there is one, or you have so many values,
Yeah.
but there is one bad value that you have. You can destroy the old one.
Yes.
It's just like if you have so much money. Let's say you labor 10 good years to gain about 500 million. If you now gain through bribery 1 million added to that money, it spoils the whole thing. It destroys the whole thing. That's why you see there are so many leaders of today. They lead by example all through their life. Just one bad character showing up, it swallows the good one.
Wow.
Everybody just being the only thing they say about you now is just the bad thing that you
The
did.
bad thing.
The bad thing that you did. They don't even remember the good
The
that
good
you
one.
did. So it's better to just avoid it totally. Can your if your private life is revealed to everybody today, we will be proud of you. Will your parents be proud of you? You need to give that a very, very deep thought. You need to give it a good thought. Now let's talk about how to maintain good character. How can you maintain your good character? What are the things that you can do to resist temptation? You know, temptations come, and temptations will forever ever be till the day you leave this earth.
Yes.
You will always experience temptation, and temptations are here to test your character, to search for weakness in your character.
Yes.
And of course, a great man once said that the how good and how great or strong your character is equal to the temptation you fell for.
Yeah.
So what temptation did you fall for recently? Tell us in the comment section.
Please, yes. Tell us.
So first of all, how you can maintain a good character is to lead with your life.
With your life.
Lead by example.
Example, that's true.
You see people who lead by example. What they tell you, what they preach is what they practice.
And one
And
other thing, you have to be able to sacrifice your pleasure
Yes.
for your principle.
Yes, sacrifice
yes.
your pleasure for principles.
And if you're actually trying to lead, you always want to do the right thing.
Mm.
Because as someone that is leading to show an example, you don't need to, influence the society or other people with the bad character.
Yes.
You always
And you
want
know
to
that-
maintain
Yeah.
the
I
good
know
one
one funny thing
by
is,
example.
as a person with good character, most times you have to talk
Yes.
Thank
from
you.
your attitude.
Honestly,
behavior.
Honestly,
it
yes.
shows.
Yes.
It shows
And you are
immediately.
going to be leading with your life. And honestly, that's the best way and best type of leadership. Leading with your life, the way you live your life, where you go to. In fact, everything about your life is just an example to others. And the truth is, if you make a mistake, there are many people that will make that same mistake. So sometimes it's very important to know that people are watching you. Whether you like it or not, people are watching you. So what are the effects? What are the effects of good character in our lives? What are the effects of good character in our life? Good character protects your vision. Also, I think does good character protect?
Protect your talent as well.
Protects your talent. Good character protects your talent. Why? How does it protect your talent? There's many talented people, but because of their character. In fact, there are several businesses. because of the character of the customer service, you won't patronize them again.
Yes, exactly.
You patronize them again. There are several situations like that.
And
Several.
do you know that there are some talented youths in this our community today? Though it's not like I've seen some that they've met like some celebrities, but they did not stay there. While some they will only meet the celebrity once and they will be there. So sometimes
Very
it might
true.
not
Character,
be it might not
yes.
be the way you sing or the
Yes.
way you dance or the way you do
Yes.
things, but it's the character. So you can see those celebrities also, they know what is good character. And they don't really want like the bad ones to come to them.
Yes.
So they just need people that will be humble, people that will just be.
Yes.
You know.
And one other thing is people they just want to, they just like you because of your character, the kind of
Yes.
person you are.
Honestly.
It's not as if you are bringing anything
Anything
valuable
to
their
them
life.
or you are
Yes.
adding anything.
to that, but the fact that they see it to be
Yes, to be a good person. To be a good
is
person.
enough for them.
And another way to maintain your character is stay away from sin.
Yes.
Stay away from sin. If you know you're not living the kind of life that is good for you, just stay away from it totally.
And
And
don't be moved by those three things.
Don't be moved by those three things.
Those three major things. Don't be moved by them. Power, money,
Access to sex. Yes, don't be moved by it, because your character protects your vision.
Yes.
It protects your destiny. It also protects your
Talent.
It protects your talent. And of course, let your character be your lifestyle. Once you get used to it, make it an habit, work on it, just get used to it. And I'm very sure we will see you at the top. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of The Epignosis. I had such a great time. Until next time, we will see you. My name is Teresa.
I'm Samuel.
Victor Agidi.
Alright then, I'll see you next week. Please remember to share this video and also talk to us about your character in the comment section. Share it with us. We want to hear from you. Bye and God bless you.